Hi everyone, it's Christina with Read.Pray.Disney. Welcome back to my channel. So today I have the first video of a 3-part mini series, and they're just going to be quick videos. So the first one is what's in my park bag. The second video will be about what type of park bags we take to the park, and the third one will be about our stroller and whether or not to stroller in Disney World. Okay, so first I like to go off and start with what's in my park bag. So my husband and I have been to Walt Disney World in Florida for 2 years. Okay, we've been 2 years in a row. We're planning our third one for next summer. So I want to preface all of this by saying, by all means, pack for your individual family. For us, this is what worked for us. We are by no means an expert. I did comb the internet and did video searches and such to see what type of stuff we should take and what to expect. So all I'm doing is just adding to that voice and sharing my experience. So hope you enjoy. Okay, so the first thing that we packed in our park bag was a medical kit. Now this is just a regular Ziploc bag that I kept all of our medical supplies in, our quick, medical supplies. And again, packed to your family's needs. But for my family, what we did, I had some Dramamine, the non-drowsy Dramamine in there, just in case, we were traveling with some people that could possibly get motion sickness. So I wanted to make sure that we had something available for them, and it was the non-drowsy version. The second thing it's in there is going to be some lip balm. Okay. I did realize my first year I took Burt's Bees because that's what I usually wear. My second year I went, I realized I needed the type of lip balm with sunscreen in it. So make sure you do that. We packed lotion. Okay, just a small bottle of lotion, with our pandemic current days that we're going to be washing our hands quite a bit, and I just don't like to have dry hands. We also packed some Benadryl cream. I will say this wasn't necessary in the parks because Disney sprays whatever they spray to get rid of their bugs because they don't have any bugs. But at our hotel, we got bit a couple of times, so this came in handy. And I just wanted to carry it in the parks just in case. You never know. And of course, some Neosporin to go. Again, the just in case. A few Band-Aids, but more importantly, a little bag. Like, this is probably the most important thing, right? I have a little bag of hair ties, clips, and things like that. If you got hair all over the place, if you go in July, August, summertime like we did, you sweat a lot, so you definitely want to have something extra to help stay up. Now, this is something that maybe some of you have not thought of before or ever. I got these off of Amazon, and these are kind of like those little club bands you used to put on back in the day. But on the back of this, and I won't show you the back only because I've already written on it, so I don't want to show our personal information, but on the back of it, it has your child's name, your flight or hotel information, a space for contact number 1 and contact number 2, and a space for any allergies or medical info. So the band itself says, "If I'm lost, please look inside," and it also says it in Spanish. So the reason why I got these is because the first year we went, my daughter was 4 and she is a runner, or was a runner. And I was concerned. I didn't know if she'd take off and we wouldn't be able to catch her in the sea of people. So I just thought I'd better go prepared. I will say that we did not use this at Disney World, but I did use this at another theme park, at a different trip, different day, at a different theme park. And she wore it all day, water. It was fine. Nothing, it didn't come off. It was great. So if you want to use something like that, feel free. However, if you take a magic band, they come in kid size too, but if you get you make it a kid size, but magic bands do the same thing. If your kid's wearing a magic band, then it will, if they do get lost, a cast member can scan it and locate you that way, or contact you based on the information on the magic band. The last thing in our medical kit, other than Band-Aids, I don't remember if I said that, I have Imodium, new place, new snacks. I'm gonna leave it at that. And then also any pain reliever. There are a few times, that heat gets to you and you want, the heat gets to you. So you definitely want to keep your pain reliever handy. Whatever it is that you use, take it, feel free, because you're going to need it. The parks do carry all of this. However, I found it just useful just to have it versus having to get out of a line and so forth. All right. Next thing is sunscreen. Sunscreen. This is a metal container. Yes, you can take a metal container into the box when it comes to sunscreen. Okay, side note, I'm a good packer. I feel like I'm a good packer, but one day we were just tired. We went to Universal Studios one morning and I forgot to repack the sunscreen, and I paid $16 for this bottle at Universal Studios. Yeah, when I already had like 3 packages or 3 bottles of sunscreen sitting at the hotel room on the bed, and I realized, I was like, oh my gosh. So pack your sunscreen. We did reapply a couple of times during the day or during our park trip, so make sure you have what you want. The next thing are hats, sunglasses. I don't have any sunglasses, but my husband has such a cute pair. It has a little stormtrooper on them. If you stay tuned to our next video when I show what our park bags, you'll see his sunglasses there. Okay, so my kid hat, she didn't wear it. Like I have a couple of different versions of hat because she doesn't like to wear ears in the parks, and now she's 5. She doesn't like to wear ears, and so I was like, okay, well maybe I get her a hat with ears, and they don't want to wear that either. So, you know your kid before you waste the money. It's a cute little souvenir. I got this at the Walmart there outside of Disney World, well, I can't remember the name of the town now, Lake Buena Vista maybe. But I got this at the Walmart there. Have a lot of good stuff there. I personally, my first year I wore a hat because I had my ears on it because I don't like wearing ears in the park. I sweat too much, and park ears tend to pinch, like they feel weird on my head. So I just didn't want to wear ears in a park. I wish maybe if it were winter, like not as hot, maybe I'd try, but I couldn't do that and give me a headache and walk. No, wasn't gonna do that. So hats. I wore hats the first year, just pulled my hair back. You see all these curls, I just pulled it back. And then the second year, I was like, you know what? I need heat release. So I wore a visor. The visor worked really well for me. I just pulled all this up into a little bun, wore my visor, and it was great. So, think about before you go buy a bunch of ears. I love the ears, they're cute, but think about before you go buy a bunch of them, like I'm gonna wear all of these. Wear them around your house for a while to see if they pinch or not. And if you are a sweating type person, and my face burns easily too, the hat was a better option for me. All right, ponchos. Okay, it rains in Florida. That is a given. Every trip we've been on, it has rained, and we've been caught in it. At least one day, we've been caught in the rain. So ponchos. These are the 3 types that we've taken. This one is my daughter's, and this, I got it on Amazon, folds up in a little pouch. I'll try to make sure I link it in the description box. But hers, and again, now mind you, she's 5. She's a tall 5, but she's 5. But this is her poncho. It came from China. It said kids large, but I think, big large. But this is her poncho, has a hat and a little visor thing, so cute. But it folds, well right now I'm not folding, but it does fold back up and fits in this, and it's really lightweight, sits in their bag. This poncho we got from Five Below. Don't knock it till you try it. I will say that these are a single trip use type poncho because my husband tore his bag. I tore my actual poncho. So this is, if you're only going to Disney World one time, for however long, but you're only going for once and you don't plan to go again and again and again, Five Below, it worked really well. Had her backpacks on with the poncho and everything. The poncho covered it, worked really well. However, if you plan on going multiple times, I would invest with something a little sturdier. This is a rain poncho from Dick's. We took our first year. Mine got thrown away for some reason. I don't know why we did that, but my husband kept his. So this is his rain poncho. I would even upgrade into the fog or frog tog, something like that. I should look that up, but they do rain ponchos too. If you plan on going multiple years, go with a better quality poncho. But if you're only going once, you're a one and done, those Five Below ponchos work really, really well. The parks do sell ponchos, but they're really expensive. So just bring your own. Okay, so weather and such, y'all know it's hot. So one of the things I bought, now, okay, mind you, this is well used, so please don't judge me. You see this? Belle's my favorite princess. Here's my shirt. 99% sure I'm Belle. my ears, okay? And my bell ring, you know, it's great. My wedding ring, my husband, I love my husband. Anyway, so this is a, this is my beloved sweat rag, okay? I sweat. And I sweat in my head and in my face. And well, in Florida sun, you're gonna sweat. In the Florida sun, you will sweat over your body, but me personally, I sweat up here. So I'm constantly dabbing and wiping. This day, every ride, everywhere we went, I had this in my hand. You thought it was a security blanket or something. But I did buy some for all of my family. There's different versions. I got these, this a little woody one. I got these at Family Dollar. They come in the little square or round, and they're really, really hard. And then you got to open it up and wet them to get them to loosen up and wash them. But like I said, this is why she's well loved, because I used this the whole trip. I washed it every night when we came back. Matter of fact, I had two. I washed it every night when we came back. But it's just good to have something to wipe all of that sweat away. So if you haven't thought about that, that's probably my number one key. Get your sweat rag. Next thing, with being hot, portable fans. I'm gonna show you fans, okay? This is our stroller fan. It actually clips onto the stroller, okay? And it bends this way. I got this particular kind because it has, if you see there, it charge. Oh, no, it doesn't. Oh, it does. Okay. So it has a rechargeable, a USB rechargeable thing, because the rechargeable battery is right here on the inside. This bad boy has been, we kept this on the whole trip, like every day. And it has 3 speeds. Every day we used it. You hear that. You see the wind blowing off of that. So let me show you. Okay, it's off. Speed 1, speed 2, speed 3. Woo, gone with the wind, right? But this fan, it can stand if you need it to, but it clipped on our stroller. So my daughter, we kept this for her when she was riding in the stroller. Although I did take it off a couple of times and just carried it in the line with me. This one was my mother's. It had a strap. I don't know what happened to the strap, but my niece and my daughter like to use this one because it just hung, you know, and you get that wind there. This was my first one, and this one, just like the stroller fan, had a pretty high speed, but it broke. But it also charged USB, because I didn't want to fool with batteries in the park. Now, if you take a battery-powered fan, take extra batteries and a screwdriver. Okay, don't forget to pack one, because if you're gonna change out batteries. This one, if you see that, and it lights up. This makes as a really cute souvenir. Not as much as, not as much of a, and it has plastic things here, so it doesn't, like, it stops. It's for kids. Not as much of a fanned wind velocity. I don't know, but it doesn't give you much of that. So, you know, but it does make as a cute souvenir for, especially at nighttime, if you're going to be around the parks at night. The little light up, I'm going to bend it back because it got caught. The little light up mini, heart mini. And I think it even says another thing if I let it go. But anyway, I got this at CVS, and there's different versions. Oh, look at that. That's cute. There's different versions of this, boy versions, girl versions, this, you know, different kinds. But fans, please, please, please take fans. Sorry. Just kind of throwing things on the floor there. Okay, so the next thing is a portable. Lord, I didn't bring our portable charger. Portable charger though. Make sure you have a portable charger. You will be on your phone quite a bit because Disney now uses the My Disney Experience app. So you're trying to get fast passes, making mobile food orders, dining reservations, checking all of that stuff, checking lines. So you want to make sure you have a portable charger. And I will say that my husband and myself, we both have iPhone, we both took our iPhone 12s. And this past summer, right after it reopened, I've never run out of battery. I've never run out of battery in a park. But I don't let my kid watch stuff on it while we're in lines either. We usually talk or play or whatever. So take it for what it's worth. I'd rather have a portable charger than not have one. Now the parks you can rent one in the parks. They're fuel cell rods that you can rent in the parks. A lot of people did those too. So, you know, take it for what it is, but I would take a portable charger just because, I mean, and I did. So just be prepared. Ziploc bag. Okay. So this is our wet, dry Ziploc bag. I don't even know where I got this from. It came with something. It says I love my family on it, you know. Anyway, so I kept this, and I had one bag, and it had extra change of clothes for my daughter, a pair of socks, underwear, shirt and shorts. For my daughter, just in case she needed to change for whatever reason, she got wet or something. So I kept that for her. I did not pack any, and nor did my husband pack anything for ourselves, only because I just figured I'd tough it out. But I haven't had to need it, thank goodness. But I just kind of figured if I got my shirt dirty, I'd just buy another one. Excuse to buy something in the park. However, for my kid though, I just wanted to make sure we just quick change ready. So, and then you can put the wet stuff in here, dual duty. Next, I'm reading off my list here. A small wallet, and in my next video, when I show you our bags, you want to make sure that you'll see our wallets there. Okay, extra masks, obviously now. Extra masks. Disney does sell masks. We used Universal Studios masks because they fit. At that time, Disney had the tighter, thicker cloth, cotton cloth mask, and for me, I didn't find it comfortable. It wasn't breathe worthy. And then we took the regular blue medical type mask. But when we went to Universal Studios, theirs were much more breathable. But now Disney has transitioned to those type of breathable masks, and I have a holiday one, and I love it. It's wonderful. It fits just like the Universal Studios one, so go with that. My husband carried in his park bag. This is a little stool. You don't think you might need it until you actually need it. Hollywood Studios, if you've ever been to Hollywood Studios, it's all open air. For the most part, all the other parks have like some sort of covering and such for their queue lines. However, Hollywood Studios, when you're standing in that Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway line, it's about an hour and a half long. You need this. For adults, it was fine because we kept moving, but my kid, she's 5. And so we got this little stool thing. My husband purchased it on Amazon, I believe. And he was much quicker at putting this thing together than I am. Okay, you get the point. Either way, it's a stool. I will put a picture of my kid sitting in it here somewhere. But see, cute little stool. And my kid just sat in it, and it sits in this little bag, and it's extremely lightweight. I wouldn't suggest this for adults. They do make adult sizes, so get what you need if you choose to use something like this, and then you just fold it back up. Okay, now I'm all weird with it. Again, this is why I have my husband. He is great with this stuff. There we go. And then it just folds back up into its bag, and when you get ready to get on the line. Now, and we didn't have any problems with getting in with this at the time. We took this past summer, and we didn't have any problems with that. Last but not least is, three things rather. We took cooling towels. Cooling towels are vitally important. So please, please, please take cooling towels. Don't mess with the little kid version. Like, unless you have an infant, that works for the infant. But if you're, 2 and up, get the adult size. It's worth it. They are a little expensive, and we got these at Dick's, but they're 100% worth it. We filled up with ice in the parks and we had other Ziploc bags, and we kept it in a cooler, and we just used them as we need them. So cooling towels are a must. We also took for heat, I get hot, so I just always worry about that type of stuff. This I got from Walmart, okay? And you just, it has the directions on there. And it comes in a box of 3 for I'm not gonna quote the price. I wanna say $5 or $6, very inexpensive. Well worth it though, because we ended up using 2 of these for my daughter to make sure she didn't overheat too much. And beautiful. On the same note, I did buy these because I thought, well, maybe, if she's not, maybe this didn't work. Maybe my kid didn't like it, and because it's a gel thing that sticks to the head, she just wasn't feeling it, and it didn't really do much of anything. So I don't know if you guys had better luck with these things, but this I'm not going to take again. I will absolutely take another box of these again. All right, and so Last but not least, our water bottles, okay? Because you drink a lot of water. Our first year, again, we've only been twice, so I'm not an expert. But I went to Five Below and I was like, oh my gosh, look at these. These are great because they're huge. You can go drink, we're gonna drink all this water. And we did. We did drink all the water multiple times because it was there. However, the problem with this is that you see it's clear, no ice stayed. So you want, in that heat, you want cold ice and it didn't stay. So our next year we bought these, okay? And here's my husband's. 3 different spouts, okay? I got these at Target. There's 3 different spouts. And so mine has the, the straw type. My daughter's, I liked this one because it has a locking mechanism. Now it's not on. It has a locking mechanism because she kept it at the bottom of the stroller. So just in case, it doesn't pop open when you don't want it to. So she just drank out of that. And then my husband's was a twist top. And he drank out of his. Now, and I bought an additional one for my niece, but she has hers. I will say this though. Make sure you have a wide spout because you can get free ice and water in the parks. So you can fill these up as much as you want, especially ice. Like we carried water bottles, additional water bottles, frozen ones at that. And so in the morning we filled up with ice in the parks and some water in the park. But my niece's, she had a metal one, but her spout was smaller. So they don't have the small crushed ice. They have the regular ice cubes. And so it was hard to get that in there. So just be mindful of something I didn't think about that when I bought it. But now I know that make sure I get something with a larger spout that ice will just fall in pretty quickly. Okay. Now, last but not least is if you do any sort of pin trading or anything like that, then take your pins. Like this is one of my lanyards. Now this one I use for school, but it has my pins on it that I use for school. So these don't trade in the park. But I will say this, I didn't wear a lanyard. The first year I did, it was a different kind of lanyard. Matter of fact, oh, here's the wallet that I was talking about. We'll talk about that in a minute. I wore a lanyard the first year because we didn't have magic bands. We had tickets. So I wore a lanyard then, but I didn't know anything about pin trading. And then the second year I figured out about pin trading, but then by that time COVID hit. So there weren't any pin trading. So in my bag, I would have had this. These are my additional pins for pin trading. So if you do pin trading, let's see, and then you just open it up. Okay. So this is a pin folio show. And it has a strap that you could wear it, but this just kind of stuck in my bag. Or it would have been in my bag. I took it with me, but we weren't pin trading, so I didn't carry it into the parks. So if you do pin trading, a lanyard or something to carry your pins. And then last but not least, an autograph book. Now this one I made for my daughter our first year. It's a handmade one. So, we have signatures and pictures and stickers and stuff like that. Just a little thing. So take your autograph book with, and notice that I had different color markers. I had different color markers that kind of went with the Sharpies that went with the character because I was that extra. So take an autograph book if you're going to do autographs. But I say this last year we didn't do autograph. Well, this year obviously they weren't doing any meet and greets, so we couldn't. So I had one prepared. So what we ended up doing with I need to finish with this one is put pictures in it and just have her put stickers and stuff like that, versus having the actual signatures. But like for this one, is what we did. We just put the picture on one side and I left a page and I told the character, I gave it to them. This is where I need them to sign. And they're really wonderful about that sort of thing. So, Vampirina, anywho, all good stuff. Okay. So take those if you're going to do, when signatures come back and character meet and greets come back, make sure you have that. And then your wallet, whatever small wallet you're going to take, just quick and portable. And of course, if you have a magic band, take your magic band. Other than that, that's all I got for you guys today. That's what's in my park bag. Now stay tuned. Part 2 will be the actual bags themselves and what we carried. Okay. Other than that, y'all have a wonderful day not have a wonderful day. Watch my next video. Take care. See you soon.